बस एक सेकंड. Zoom is connecting to YouTube.
I hope I'm audible from this distance also, right?
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah, definitely. Just a moment. Closing all the barriers. Yeah. Hi. Good evening, Anshu. Thanks
Hi,
for
good evening,
joining
Deepak.
us. Yeah, everyone, Vanakkam, Vandanam, and Namaste. Thanks for joining the show. Thanks for taking the time. And yeah, welcome to the show here, Anshu. So yes, again, I saw your profile, and what really interested me is was say like 10 to 12 years of career in the corporate world, and then entrepreneurship into entertainment, and then sudden jump again into entrepreneurship. So, can you please share about the making of Anshu, the story behind you? It would be great if it comes from your own words.
Yeah, so first of all, Deepak, thank you very much for inviting in your own version of Coffee with Karan, Coffee with Bhushanam. The only difference that I see right now is it's
Uh-huh.
almost sunset here.
Uh-huh.
And we both are engineers. So there is a
True.
saying in North India, Suryast
Uh-huh.
engineers must. So maybe we can rename it from Coffee with Bhushanam to something else. Okay.
True, 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 true,
Good,
true.
sir. Thank you. Coming back to your question, yes,
Uh-huh.
it's a very adventurous journey for me
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
as a professional, as an entrepreneur.
Okay.
Uh, I'll tell you the real story behind it. Okay, there was a
Mm-hmm.
boy in a very small city, Jamshedpur, from
Uh-huh.
Jharkhand, and he uh, comes from a family whose entire 2 or 3 generations are working with Tata Steel,
Okay. Okay.
and that is where a typical middle class family with
Uh-huh.
middle class aspirations that hey,
Uh-huh.
you have to become engineer, MBA, and all those career paths,
Got it.
and
Got it.
one day I would like to see you as CEO or managing director of
Uh-huh.
a multinational company, etc. So yeah, but my choice was I wanted to become a journalist. A reason very simple, and
Uh-huh.
I'll connect it to you why Watson Brains today
Uh-huh.
after so many years, 2 decades, I would
Definitely.
say.
Definitely.
So, wanted to become a journalist because I
Uh-huh.
was not happy with the system.
Uh-huh.
System in the sense at that young age, 15, 16 years, I was very rebel kind of person. I always used to challenge things, even in
Uh-huh.
my school. And I saw that a lot of politicians not doing the right thing. So
Mm.
it was my, passion to question or become
Uh-huh.
a journalist and have a very hard hitting questions
Okay.
on the politicians, and
Okay.
that is where I told my dad that Papa, I want to become a journalist. ये
Okay.
IT वाईटी मेरे से होगा नहीं. So he said,
Okay.
do you even know the life of journalist and how they actually have to roam around in 40 degrees Celsius and all?
Okay.
And finally, under the pressure, I gave up. They did not. So
Okay. Okay.
pursued the
Okay.
engineering dream, fulfilled all the typical
Mm-hmm.
middle class dream that everyone is actually looking for in today,
Mm-hmm.
even today in India. And that's
Got
what
it.
actually brought me to IT Bombay. After that, I joined
Uh-huh.
as a software
Super.
engineer, the typical path, and
True. True.
finally
True. True. True.
joined one of the world's largest innovation and IP management firm, CPA Global, which is based out
Wow.
of Jersey, UK.
Super. Super.
And
Super.
there I got exposed, got a very nice experience working with a lot of Fortune 500 innovation teams,
Mm-hmm.
R&D teams,
Mm-hmm.
and this is where I saw things getting developed from ideation to commercialization, and that is where I
Mm.
started pursuing this field as a
Super.
passion, as a career. And after that, I got into my own startup life. I
Uh-huh.
called I called it productive humor because I was pretty
Okay.
much into stand-up
Okay.
comedy also part time, and that is where I
Wow.
wanted to bring humorous framework, mixing humor
Uh-huh.
and creativity together, and how can
Uh-huh.
I improve innovation quotient of corporates or companies using productive humor
Okay.
framework.
Uh-huh.
And that is the company which I had to pause because it was more of a social entrepreneurship, I would say. I was not charging a lot of
Okay.
money for that. And
Got
of
it.
course,
Got it.
after all, you always wanted to commercialize things and all, but then I took a
True.
pause, resumed my corporate career again,
Mm-hmm.
and worked with two early stage and a growth stage startup. And
Okay.
before resuming productive humor, which is now known as Bots and Brains, I was
Okay.
working with a German company as a managing director, and
Uh-huh.
that was the dream fulfilled for my dad and mom, and then I could take chances for them.
Okay.
So I said, okay, IIT, IIM alumni and all those things that you
True,
wanted,
true, true, true,
everything
true,
is
true.
done now. Are you guys
Hmm.
happy? Now,
Hmm.
let me get back to the system change. And this is where
True.
with my experience education, I learned in last 2 decades that maybe questioning government, questioning politicians, it may not solve the problem. We have to take the role of change agent and we have to become the change agent. So that's where
Definitely,
the bots and
definitely.
prince is.
Definitely, definitely. Amazing, amazing, Anshu. Amazing. I can really imagine, say, an example, what you would have gone through as a rebel, right? Say, an example, jumping from the big fives here to, because our nation is not a. Of course, we had amazing rebels, but they don't treat rebels well here. So
Not at all.
that is the situation here. So people out there listening, so we all know that we have to live multiple lives. We all know that immediate dreams are not immediately achieved. Still, stay tuned, keep on your path, follow your dreams. You will definitely make it big. Follow your passion, follow your ikigai, heart, whatever you call it. Okay. So that is there. And coming back to India again here, Anshu. So COVID has literally been a slap on everyone's face, frankly speaking. And it has woken up a lot of people into a lot of different sense and perspectives. No one has ever seen that your doors can really be closed and you won't be allowed to go outside. So
Agreed.
in this situation is when we realize the importance of healthcare, realize the importance of innovation, creativity, infrastructure. Be now is when we are waking up.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
and you are on a dream and on a mission to make India a innovation hub.
Yes, it is possible.
Where do we think we stand? We know we have to stand, but where do we stand currently, according to you?
So I think it will be great if we can see it from two perspectives
Uh-huh.
where we are positioned today. One should be
Okay.
from the perspective of will, and other should be from the perspective of skill.
Uh-huh.
Uh, if you, if I can probably tell you that we are ready as well as not ready. Okay,
Okay.
let me
Okay.
justify it why we are ready and why we are not
Uh-huh.
ready. So let me share some statistics with you.
Uh-huh.
Fun fact, there are 4,000 plus researchers in US per million, researchers per
Oh,
million
okay.
in
Okay.
USA and Israel.
Oh,
Even
okay.
in Pakistan, we have more than 350 researchers per million. What about
Wow.
India?
Uh-huh.
Uh, we have 156 researchers per million. Okay, so
Okay. Okay.
पाकिस्तान से compete करने में भी अभी हमें थोड़ा time लगेगा शायद. Second
Okay.
fact, USA files nearly
Uh-huh.
6 lakh patents every year.
Uh-huh.
China files nearly 15 lakh patents every year. What
Okay.
about
Okay. Oh
us?
my God.
We file 50,000 patents every year, and out of these 50,000 also, 35,000, approximately 35,000 patents
Uh-huh.
are filed by outside companies, foreign companies or foreign inventors in India to protect their product and sell it to the Indians.
Oh my God. Oh
So,
my God. Oh my God. That's
and the third
literally.
fact, third fact
Ah.
I'll tell you, third fact is number of companies, which is like
Uh-huh.
the representative of the total product output, etc.
Mm-hmm.
On an
Mm-hmm.
average.
Uh-huh.
So if you consider China, they have 7.7 crore companies registered, proper
Okay.
registered companies. In USA, they have nearly 4 crore companies. In India,
Got
if
it.
you go to MCA website and portal and try
Uh-huh.
to see, we have 12 lakh companies, and out of them, many of them are inactive also. So
12.
active
Okay.
company, and if you see the MSME, like include all the kirana stores and all those small businesses that
Uh-huh.
are not even registered, they're proprietary business, then it can touch maybe 50, 60 lakh approximately. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Data has to be validated. I'm just giving you the number. So
Got it. Got it. Got it.
if you mix these three data up, the
Uh-huh.
research readiness,
Mm-hmm.
researcher per million, the
Mm-hmm.
innovation output in terms of patent,
Mm-hmm.
and the infrastructure, the production
Okay. Okay.
powerhouse in terms of companies, in all the places we are not
Mm-hmm.
ready. If you see, as is state.
Oh.
Now let me help you
Okay.
understand
Okay.
how
Okay.
and why we are ready. Uh, the biggest company that will come into your mind when it comes to innovation is IBM.
Yeah.
They have the
Got it.
highest portfolio of patents also worldwide,
Hmm. Hmm.
and they have been doing it for last 100 years. So they have
Hmm.
definitely mastered the art of
True. True. True.
innovation. IBM, if we share some, if I remember the data correctly, in 2003, if you see the IBM number of employees, etc., there were nearly 300,000 employees in IBM globally.
300,000. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
300,000
Hmm.
employees,
Hmm.
out of which 135,000 employees were in USA, and
Okay.
approximately 9-10,000 employees were in India. 2003. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Fast forward 2010,
Uh-huh.
IBM had nearly 400,000 employees.
Okay. Okay.
Number of employees in USA, it
Uh-huh.
was around 100,000, and in India, it was around 75,000.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
again, little fast forward.
Uh-huh.
They don't disclose their employee demographic
Yeah.
distribution.
Got
They
it.
are very secretive about it.
Got it.
And now, fast forward to 2018-19. Now,
Uh-huh.
IBM has another, again, around 400,000 employees.
Uh-huh.
Guess how many employees are there in India, approximately? One third of IBM employees are in India.
One third.
Yes,
Oh
one
my God.
third of IBM
Uh-huh.
employees are in
Uh-huh.
India. And USA, they do not disclose the number, but my guess is it is definitely below 100,000 now. So,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
why world's most innovative company is choosing India as
India.
their
Yeah.
growth
As the base.
center, and they have an R&D center, huge R&D center in India also. Okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
not only IBM,
Uh-huh.
companies like Volkswagen, Chinese
Okay.
companies, Oppo,
Oh.
OnePlus, even
Okay. Okay.
Taiwanese company like Foxconn. You name any Fortune 500 company, you will
Okay.
definitely have some R&D center. They call it GIC, Global In-House Center.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you'll be
Okay.
surprised to know that there are more than 1,500 GICs of MNC in
Mm-hmm.
India, employing
15,000.
more than
Okay.
1,500.
1,500.
Okay,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
employing more than 1 million researchers here in
Superb.
India.
Superb.
So, do you think we are not ready that way? And why they are doing
Mm.
it? I will come back to that answer later. But yes,
Mm.
there are solid reasons why they are doing it. It is not the cheap labor that they are
Mm-hmm.
getting here for R&D, because R&D also need little brain and not only
True.
the
True.
cheap
True.
labor.
True. 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 True.
I'll come back to this. So we are, as of now, will-wise ready.
Okay.
Skill-wise, maybe we take little more time to ready. Infrastructure-wise, ecosystem-wise, yes, we need more hard work. We need to put in more hard work to prepare the innovation R&D
Got it. Got
ecosystem
it.
here.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it, Ji. Got it. Got it. Amazing. Really fantastic. So, folks, whoever is listening, please have your pen and paper and Google keep whatever is there. As I always say, these are straight facts. These are straight reality facts, which probably people don't share, right? Has anyone shared here with regards to these? So this was really a shocking news, Anshu, because say we are working, we are innovating, we don't know about it. It is like we feel that our nation is proud in service. Our nation is proud in, say, an example, even manufacturing or outsourcing. But where has this gone that we are also, we are also supporting the innovation that's happening across globally, that to one of the top companies like IBM. Amazing, amazing fact, amazing fact.
Deepak, I think I would like to add on to here. We are
Uh-huh.
innovating but not visible. Many people actually have debate. So I had a very interesting debate in one of the meetings in Europe, and this is where it actually got triggered. Bots and Prince also got
Okay,
triggered due
okay.
to that meeting. Also, I would say.
Uh-huh.
I will call it the iceberg tip effect. Okay,
Okay.
why? Because the innovation which are visible today, they are
Uh-huh.
end user related innovation. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's just the tip of the pyramid. 10% of the innovation which are visible. So people say, where is Indian Viagra? Have you ever made Viagra or something
Got
like?
it, got it, got it.
Have you made where is Indian Google, etc. So
Yeah.
people ask questions because they are end user related products, product
Uh-huh.
innovation. They are visible, but there
Got
is
it.
a huge chunk of invisible innovation that is happening
Okay.
below the surface. Okay, and they can be business process innovations. They can be innovations for the businesses itself. They can be
Okay.
the call center. So India is known for call center. What happened to call center? I think we are the only country where millions of kids actually aspire to go and join a call center. And what happens to talented kid when they are put in a call center? So they do the mundane job, and after that they get bored, and they start
True, true.
improvising. And there is a company, if I don't forget the name properly, 24/7 call center, something like this,
Uh-huh.
global
Uh-huh.
company. They had a huge center in India,
Uh-huh.
and they started with a call center business, but now they start selling the analytics product where you can actually guess before even picking up the call what the
Okay.
customer is calling for. So you can
Okay.
predict
Okay.
that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
and
yeah,
those
yeah, yeah.
products are actually coming out of Indian
Definitely,
R&D
definitely,
teams.
definitely, definitely.
You understand?
Definitely, definitely, Ji. Amazing. Perfect. Perfectly makes sense. And this is where, I mean, I should also be proud about my company. So, Girishji, if you're listening to this, Freshworks is out of India. Zoho is again out of
Yes,
India.
yes, yes,
Couple of the biggest SaaS products, and this is in fact what made my city also proud. Chennai is now the SaaS capital of India.
yes.
Really great to hear that, Anshuji, and amazing insights. So, one thing I would also like to ask. So, everyone say COVID has stopped many things.
Hmm.
No entry dal diya hai. Everyone shows this is not a way to go. Everyone shows the no way. But which is the right way to go? Agar innovation start karna hai, so how should we start? From where should we start? Can you please guide? Because there are business people, there are business owners, entrepreneurs, traders who would like to come in, but they are like, okay, boss, where should I start? How should I start?
Very good. So
Best
I
person
think
to answer.
yes, I think this is a very good question. Very good
Uh-huh.
question. Why? Because चलो innovation करते हैं, R&D करते हैं, इंडिया को भाइयों बढ़ाते हैं, देश को एकदम आगे ले. But यार करें कहाँ से? शुरू क्या करें? क्या बनाना शुरू करें?
Barabar,
So
barabar.
I think the best innovation happens when you really understand the local problems first. And
Okay,
there are
okay.
tons and tons of local problems.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, because of the VC culture, and with all due respect to
Okay.
VCs, because I will need to raise fund in future, so please, VCs, no offense, but VCs say, and they say very clearly that, hey, your startup is good, your company is good, but
Mm-hmm.
may not be fundable company. Why? Because we want to
Okay,
see a
okay.
hockey stick growth to justify my return on investment to my LPs. I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking from the VC's perspective.
Got it,
I
got it.
need to see that exponential growth. I need to give that kind of IRR to my LPs.
Hmm.
And that is where the entire startup ecosystem that is being built in India, the new companies that are coming in, they are actually focusing and kind of getting molded in that hockey stick growth. And that's why you're seeing all the e-commerce platforms and all those B2C kind of things. Okay, now
Barabar, barabar.
suddenly after 2017-18, a lot of VCs are now focusing and encouraging B2B businesses, especially in deep tech side of it.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, and we are good at deep tech. We have very good capability at the deep tech side, especially the software side of the AI, machine
Definitely,
learning, deep
definitely.
learning side of it. Where do we start? We will come to that question. Before
Okay,
that, try to understand there are a lot of local problems which
barabar.
needs to be solved in India, but
Definitely.
I would say the new generation smart entrepreneur would like to solve those small market problems because it's a very small
Okay,
market,
okay, okay,
maybe
okay,
5
okay.
crore market, 10 crore market, and that's why you don't want to get into this. And that
Got
is
it.
where a lot of proprietary businesses are getting into those sectors. My request to
Okay.
all those entrepreneurs is that please pick up a problem which is having a market of maybe even 1 or 2 crore. Try to
Uh-huh.
solve those problems, get collaborated with similar domain entrepreneurs, create a cluster of entrepreneurs together so
Mm-hmm.
that you have maybe 100 products in maybe sanitization or water management sector, and you
Mm-hmm.
are solving water management problem for the rural area, and you kind
Mm-hmm.
of come together, create a cluster and sell yourself as a group of companies. So it is possible, right?
Definitely.
And
Superb.
then that
Definitely.
shows you the hockey stick growth as well. And it's a
True.
very sustainable growth because it is solving local problems. This is one place where I would like to start. I would
True.
recommend to start. Choose a
True.
local problem, solve it. Even if it's a small market, you can expand, you can diversify, you can collaborate, you can club together, you can get merged. Okay.
Got it. Got
Number
it.
two, uh, number two is see, we all know that we are in trade deficit. Okay, we are
Mm-hmm.
importing more than we are exporting.
Hmm.
So why do
Hmm.
we have trade deficit? Try to understand. We are a very big consumer market ourselves, and that's why a lot of companies want to get into our country because of the consumer,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
the volume
Got it.
of consumers
Got
here.
it.
Okay, it's an open market, unlike our friend China.
Hmm.
So no kind of co-founder has to be one of the director has to be from the country. It's a lot of
Got it.
rules are
Got
there,
it.
restrictions are there. This is where if the second part, the second line of attack can be if we start thinking about import substitution. There are a lot of imported items, products,
Uh-huh.
maybe
Uh-huh.
parts of products. We can start thinking about import substitution without compromising with the quality, because we'll be competing
Okay.
with
Okay.
German
Okay.
technology, Japanese
Okay.
technologies, maybe Chinese technology. We need
Got
to
it. Got it.
compete with the quality, and we should always aim to have an IP portfolio around our own way of doing things. So this is the
Superb.
second line of attack, substitute imports. That does not mean stop exporting. Rather than that, when you are substituting import, also analyze what items are also imported by other developing countries or other
Okay,
developed
okay,
countries,
okay, okay,
and
okay.
then try
Got it,
to
got it,
export also. So first try to fulfill demand in India, then try
got
to
it.
capture the export market for the same item. This is the second line of attack. And the third line
Mhm.
of attack, what I would say, think global, create local, think global, where you can start finding the global problems, which has a huge
Okay.
market, start solving it in India, try to, if it is not applicable in India, then try to apply it in maybe US market, Europe market, and there are lot of problems in countries like South Africa. I mean, not South Africa, but Africa, or countries like
Got it.
different developing countries or economies. These are the
True.
three ways where you can do. अच्छा, एक छोटा सा आपको मैं आइडिया देता हूँ, जो भी बच्चे या जो भी wantrepreneurs इसको सुन रहे हैं, I
Mhm.
think they should also visit Indian government websites. There are a lot of departments, and there is a
Uh-huh.
compulsion by Indian government that whenever you are importing something, you need to list down the product. And
Wow.
this is called indigenization initiative that Indian government has taken. That if you're
Okay.
importing any material in defense, in biotech, in defense, in a lot of other sectors,
Superb,
you need to
superb.
first list it down on the website and ask for some Indian player to solve those problems. First of all,
Mhm, mhm.
if you are not able to get that material from India, then only you will be going for the import part of it.
Superb. Superb, superb, superb. Perfectly makes sense. Ji. Perfectly makes sense. And people, please look into it. And I understand that, say, an example, it feels a bit risky because whatever Anshu is saying now is a new step, new jump. It is like starting up again. So, Anshuji, I'm coming back to you here again. So, with regards to traders, right, as you had rightly mentioned, huge amount of our traders have been invested heavily in China. And with the
Mhm.
current situation going on, even not even in China, even as you mentioned, in all the developing countries, UK, US, Germany, etc. So when the dependency is now, say an example being a question, or when we feel that now trade alone won't be a support, how do you think the transition can happen smoothly? How can, say an example, a big trading houses, a distributor can now focus into IP based innovation or IP led ecosystem? How can they transition, or what are your thoughts for them?
So see, I think this is a very good question. So
Uh-huh.
I had already told you that your questions are wonderful, Deepak. So
Thanks,
uh,
Ji. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
see, I feel, I think one of my friends on my social network also, he always says that India is a country of traders, not innovators.
Okay,
I kind
okay.
of disagree totally, not
Uh-huh.
totally, but maybe partially disagree. But
Uh-huh.
yes, if you see majority of the mindset is trader, China से माल मंगाते हैं, ठप्पा
Uh-huh.
लगाते हैं और इंडिया में बेच डालते हैं.
True, true,
Do you
true.
know how many FIRs are there on the founders or CEOs, CXOs of Snapdeal or these kind of e-commerce portals?
Oh my God,
They
really?
are in hundreds, by the way. Why? Because
Wow,
of the counterfeiting.
crazy.
So a lot of
Okay.
players who are seeing their duplicate product getting sold on their platform, they are suing
Okay.
these guys. Okay, it's easy to sue a director, right? Uh, but these
Got
counterfeiting
it.
products,
Mm-hmm.
who are selling it on Amazon, who are selling it on Flipkart,
Uh-huh.
these are the trader mindset people. They are always looking for a shortcut. But try, I call it. हिंदी में कहते हैं बरसाती कीड़े. बरसाती कीड़ों के बारे में आपने सुना है क्या? ये क्या होता है ना, जब बारिश होती है तो कुछ कीड़े होते हैं जो जमीन में रहते हैं, उनके पंख निकल आते हैं और वो दो
Got
तीन दिन बहुत अच्छे से उड़ते हैं, and their actually wings actually get off very soon and they
got
are
it.
again
Got it.
back to
Got
earth.
it. Got
Okay,
it. Got it.
so
True,
ये जो
true, true,
खुशी है
true.
ना, उड़ने की खुशी, ये बहुत शॉर्ट लिव्ड
Mm-hmm.
होगी. कभी भी आपको या तो आपको ब्लॉक कर दिया जाएगा, या फिर देयर आर पॉलिसीज,
True,
रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस वेयर पीपल विल sue you one day or other. You will get
true.
these legal notices. Yes, but during that time you may earn a decent money, 1 2 crore, 5 crore, 10 crore,
Hmm.
I don't know,
Hmm.
depending
Hmm.
on
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
item
Hmm.
and the cost.
Hmm.
Why not creating something sustainable? So I have seen, even in the startup world as well as in the trading world, uh,
Okay.
the scalability is killing sustainability. And this
Mm.
is what is the problem, that we want to become rich, we want to scale so fast that we are
True,
not
true,
thinking
true, true, true.
sustainable way of doing it. And this is very sad to see that our traders as well as entrepreneurs, not many of them, a few of them are amazing, awesome, but they're myopic when it comes to IP
Got it.
centric innovations or product development or solution development. They think IP का क्या है यार, IP is an ornamental stuff. दो चार पांच पैटेंट फाइल करके रख लेंगे, फंडिंग मिल जाएगी और क्या चाहिए. IP is all
Got
about
it.
funding यार, मतलब
Got
फंड
it.
उठाने
Got
के
it. Got
पहले
it.
IP का अपना पोर्टफोलियो
Got
दिखा
it.
दो. But they
Got
don't
it.
understand that there are companies who are so IP focused and centric. They are using IP as a real asset class. They are leveraging it. They are licensing their technology. A lot of M&As, mergers and acquisitions, are led by IP. Because of
IPs.
their
True. True. True.
IP portfolio and because of their own technology, it was very difficult to create a duplicate product. Even if they could, it's very easy to detect the infringement of the
Got it.
intellectual property. If it is hard to detect infringement, okay, people will copy it. But
Got
it
it.
is also hard to decipher. It is also hard to reverse engineer. So, but
True.
if you are reverse engineering something which is too complex and it is hard to detect the infringement, then you will definitely copy and sell it. Let's see. My point is how traders should get into it. First of all, ये चश्मा उतारिए, मायोपिक चश्मा जो है
Okay. Okay.
इसको नीचे फेंकिए, थोड़ा दूर का
Okay.
सोचिए, 5 साल से 10 साल के बाद का, and you will
Mm-hmm.
see the value of IP driven innovation. And this not only brings you the feeling of proud, but
Mm-hmm.
also gives you a strategic advantage over your competitor. This is also known as
Mm-hmm.
barrier to entry. When somebody
True.
asks you
True.
what
True.
is your
True.
barrier to
True.
entry in your business, you always show that, hey, I have a granted patent, okay, in 20 countries, so I can actually pursue a person who is copying my product or technology.
Superb. 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 Amazing, sir.
Uh,
Amazing. And audience. Yeah.
I cannot hear you. Just a
Oh,
minute.
yeah. How about now? Is it correct? Audible? Okay. Sorry, I can't hear you now. Okay. Uh, not no, 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 not yet. How about you? Can you
Can
hear
you
me?
hear?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Uh,
Hi, can you hear me?
yeah. Superb. Superb.
Okay.
Superb. Perfect. Perfect.
I
Perfect.
think this is out of charge, out of battery.
Oh, okay. No worries. You're clear and audible. You're clear and audible. Folks, two things I wanted to place in here. Everyone here listening, whenever I laugh, I'm not laughing at anyone. Whenever Anshu sir is giving an example, Bhai is not giving an example on any particular case, or we are not trying to mock anyone. Boss, I'm laughing at my own ignorance. We are trying to say an example. The questions also which I framed up, these are the burning points of today. These are
Yes.
the pain points which we have. Luckily, everything is in front of us, and we have a mindset, and the clarity has come into us that we can see it. Dig gaya to now, let us take action. That is the entire intention of us both here being and speaking to you folks. So coming back to you here again, Anshuji. So with regards to, so that was an amazing example, and the Indian websites, government websites, how many of you audience, how many of you have even went and watched at least one government website in any sector, except other than your examinations and PAN card, etc., right? Utility chodo. Other than that, how many of you have visited any of the sites? So please do that. Anshuji, which are the sectors according to you in our nation? You had mentioned couple, in which do you feel that innovation opportunities are more, or which needs innovation badly according to you? Sustainable way, or however you would like to put it.
So I think, see, it's. I would say we need innovation in every sector right now in India because it's still at the growth curve.
Definitely,
However, if
definitely.
you ask me that, Anshu, if you have to focus, where would you focus? I would say just see where we are importing the most. That means we are not self-sufficient. And that is
Uh-huh.
where I would say 80% of the material, 80% of the medical devices products are currently being
Okay,
imported. If
okay,
you,
okay.
I think you must be aware of it, that 80%
Uh-huh.
of the medical devices are imported in India. We are importing
Definitely.
6 billion or $7 billion worth of like
Wow.
medical devices in India. So this is where one of the opportunity lies. Healthcare
Mm-hmm.
products. Think
Mm-hmm.
about healthcare products. There are a lot of things that we are right now importing or trading rather than
Mm-hmm.
creating it in-house. Another sector is defense sector, where
Uh-huh.
we already know the situation that has happened in LAC.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
those,
yeah,
but
yeah.
we are trying to get our S-400s and all those
Got it. Got it.
fighter planes and all.
True.
And this is exactly what happened with ISRO. when ISRO wanted to have a particular technology to launch the rocket, a lot of countries said, we cannot give it to you. And ISRO said, okay, well, we will develop it on our own. And today we are one of those countries who can afford to send a satellite to Mars at 1/10 of the NASA's rate. So this is what the beauty of India and Indians are. We can do more with less because we have been nurtured like this. It is in our DNA. And we call it jugaad, but I think that's our core strength. That is India's core strength. The makeshift arrangement that people laugh at, I feel that is something that has survived India for a very long time. In any sector. So let's not criticize and laugh at jugaads. These are first prototypes of very maybe futuristic inventions. If you kind of improvise and channelize your energy and convert or transform these jugaads into a proper global quality products in future. And there are very small things that can be done. You can definitely create a world-class product. It's a very good habit to find a jugaad on everything. So third sector is agriculture, where we are still using technologies, 30, 40 years old technology. In few sectors, we are using AI, at the cutting edge AI technology, and in most of the sectors,
other extreme, got it.
Most of the part of the agriculture, we are using very, very conventional technology. Still, so I think that is the third sector. Transportation, environment, these are public transport especially. These are the sectors where I think India needs a lot of innovation. Amazing opportunities are there. Unfortunately, कोई कूद नहीं रहा है उसमें. कूदेंगे तो है बहुत सारे जगह हैं, but
True. Amazing, Anshuji here. So, folks, as you saw that Roti Kapda Makan Roti is here. You have to get into it. Agriculture is an amazing place. As Anshuji also mentioned today, and as yesterday, Srilata also mentioned, medical healthcare devices is a huge opportunity. And this space is not being focused that much because people feel, I mean, there are different biases, I would say. There are different notions. Break that, check it with facts, check it with reality, get into it. Okay. So again, coming to that with regards to devices here, Anshuji. So 3D printer, okay, we all know, and majority of it has reached majority of the, I won't say majority, few households in India also, especially with the urban areas and metros. So that democratization of that technology happened when the patent expired, or I may be wrong. So according to you, which are such technologies which has been democratized, or which you are proud of, and a technology which is useful and it has been taken to a scale, which are what according to you are?
See, technology is a very broad word, I would say. So 3D printer, definitely 3D printer is still evolving, and a lot of new inventions are coming on 3D printer. We are talking about 3D printer kind of technology in cementing industry also.
Okay.
Commercial scale 3D printer with a lot of IoTs involved in this. So it is still evolving. A lot of active patents are still there. However, the basic 3D printing technology, the base patent, of course, is now off patent. And I feel we already are god of leveraging the off patent technologies, like in pharmaceuticals. We are one of the largest producers of generic medicines. Not innovation drug. Yes, now we are entering into innovation drugs, etc. But we are primarily, our pharmaceutical industry is focusing on the generic side of it because it is off patent. Now you can develop those medicines without being scared of getting sued by the large companies. So definitely one sector is there, and there are a lot of off patent technologies in agriculture also. Where you can probably use those off-patent technologies in creating or building your own way or own product without being scared of getting sued by somebody. Unfortunately, fortunately, there are very few people who are protecting patent in India. So leverage this opportunity. The moment they realize that Indians have started creating technology products themselves, they are going to start filing patents in India. अभी भी थोड़ा सा कंट्री में 50,000 के अंदर है. And I foresee that India may be filing 2.5 lakh patents maybe in 7 to 8 years or so from today. And trust me, उस समय भी Indians से ज़्यादा foreigners India में patent file कर रहे होंगे. They will realize and understand that India is now getting into make in India mode, and they will be creating their own products, etc. Then they will immediately start filing in India and protecting their inventions in India as well. Before it happens, let's leverage this. Okay.
This true. That's an amazing point. That's an amazing point here, Anshuji. And folks, so this is a very great opportunity because we all know the bread loaf which got popularized didn't happen immediately when the patent was filed, correct? So what are those which are, say, an example, ऐसे opportunities कौन से हैं? So this is where, just like you're Googling, right? Put some thought into this. As entrepreneurs, we all take experiments. We all do experiments in marketing campaigns. अरे भाई ad का क्या होगा? We don't know. So we run an experiment there. We take out the data from there, understand, and go ahead into our next ads. That is research. That is R&D. Boss, why are you not doing it with products? With your own business, you experiment, right? बच गया 10 लाख तो डाल के देखते हैं किससे an example windmills, or I mean not windmills, say an example anything, food production. So in those cases, you experiment. Why don't you experiment with a bit of R&D also? So any budget that you have, you know that you have to put it into marketing. You know that you have to put it into operations, capex, opex. थोड़ा R&D भी लगेगा, because that is what is an asset. You can just, as Anshuji mentions, capitalists, they know it well. I'm not naming anyone here or branding anyone here, but use that opportunity, boss. Use that opportunity. So Anshuji, coming to you here again. So, with regards to patents that you had mentioned, right? So, how in the ecosystem does your company fit in, or how do you think you can help people with regards to this?
Okay,
I mean,
good.
it's a broad question, but I
Yes,
leave it entirely to you.
I
Yeah.
this is a question where I will not be shy to market my products and solutions. But yes, good thing is uh, the drive that came, the North Star for us is how can we bring India into top 10 GII ranking.
Mm-hmm.
So Global
Mm-hmm.
Innovation Index, we are at 52nd position right now. Last year, uh,
Mm-hmm.
our dream is to bring us at by 2030. Can we get into top 10 of the GII ranking? I believe
Okay.
that we can do that. And
Okay.
how we fit into this, we started studying all the parameters. 80 plus parameters are there,
Wow.
calculating
Okay.
the rank for a country. And
Uh-huh.
not all the parameters I would say are practical, but yes, few of them are very critical and practical. Many of those parameters are not in my control, or civilians control rather.
Got it. Got it.
So
Got it.
60-70% are in control of the policymakers and
Okay.
authorities, but there are 30-40% parameters which can be controlled by a startup or a company, or even an individual. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
and we shortlisted few of them,
Uh-huh.
and we created. We saw a gap where if you have to create your own product, say
Okay.
पल्स ऑक्सीमीटर बहुत बिक रहा है आजकल मार्केट में ना,
Uh-huh.
एसपी मेजर
Uh-huh.
करने के लिए। अभी अचानक से एक आदमी के दिमाग में आता है यार मेरे को पल्स ऑक्सीमीटर बनाना है। अभी कैसे
Uh-huh.
बनता है पल्स ऑक्सीमीटर? व्हाट ऑल सर्किट्स आर देयर? हाउ डू यू, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ डिस्प्ले इज देयर? एंड व्हाट इज द
Okay.
सॉफ्टवेयर दैट यू यूज? व्हाट काइंड ऑफ सेंसर्स आर यूज्ड? इंफ्रारेड है, किस तरह का सेंसर है जिसको आप यूज
Barabar.
करते हो? उसकी
Got it.
फ्रीक्वेंसी क्या
Got
है?
it.
So
Got it.
there are a lot of elements inside a small machine like pulse oximeter. You
Uh-huh.
don't know how to do it, and that is exactly why you look up to China कि वहां से मंगा लेते हैं, उसको थोड़ा सा assemble करके यहाँ पे भेज देंगे. I say
True.
you can create it here. It's not that. If you're seeing this market even available after 3 years or 2 years, then start building those products right away. So this is
Superb.
where we fit into the picture. Can I
Uh-huh.
give a platform? Can I give a marketplace? Can I give a virtual assistant which can help you from ideation to R&D research side of it, to the prototyping, designing, product development side of it, testing side of it, and
Amazing.
marketing it? Can I integrate everything? That's why we call it fully integrated R&D ecosystem. Engineering R&D
Wow.
से related जो भी चीजें होती हैं उसको अगर हम एक जगह लाके उनको दे दें, तो कोई भी आम आदमी जो उसको डेमोक्रेटाइजेशन की आप जो बात करते हैं,
Uh-huh.
व्हाट आर ड्रीम इज कि एक नॉन टेक्निकल बंदा भी अगर अपना प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करना चाहता है तो दे शुड नॉट बी शाइंग अवे कि यार कैसे करें.
Uh-huh.
We are there
True.
to help
True.
you with any kind of. So we are right now focusing on medical devices only because we
Got
can
it.
solve
Got
all
it.
the problems, and we will be more than happy to see a lot of competitors in this domain. I'll be very, very proud to see 10,
Got
15
it.
competitors for our startup
Amazing.
will be
True.
developing these kind of things. So incubation centers are there who are helping. There are a lot of accelerators, a lot of very focused research centers who are creating it, but they are not fully integrated. They are helping you in one aspect or other aspect. But what
Mm-hmm.
about helping you from end to end? You tell
Got
us
it.
the challenge, you give us a challenge. So we are already working with one of the, so there are a lot of projects, but I was very happy to see one of the inventors or aspiring medical product inventor who wanted to solve the women hygiene problem.
Okay.
And
Okay.
she has money, she has entrepreneurship, she's running a different kind of industry. She's part of a very big industry in India. But now she wants to help this women community, sanitization community in tier 3, tier 4 villages of India. And that's where she can get hold of a platform or a person like us, where she can actually demand that, hey, I want to develop this product. How do I go about it? And can you help me? And this is where the platform comes. Our dream is to give Jarvis. So Iron Man, Jarvis. So we want to build a Jarvis for every aspiring Tony Stark in India.
Okay.
It is very much possible that in 2025 you will actually be able to talk to the Piva, which is our platform, personal innovation assistant. You'll be able to talk to Piva and actually get any and everything done through Piva when you want to.
Oh my God, amazing. Amazing, Sir. Yeah, amazing. That is like, say, having a personal scientist with you, personal research, and more than a scientist, because this is an ecosystem we are talking about. This needs more people than that. And 2 points I would like to take in from whatever you said now. Non-technical people, and say an example, the madam you were referring to, the corporate entrepreneur. With regards to her, so both of them, I clearly see they are not from the technical background. They are not from the research and non-technical they are into the non-technical background, correct? So in that case, so do you here say that these people can also contribute? Because sales, I know, sales profession, jahan bhi jaye, sales hai. But
that's
other
more
than
important, Deepak, by the way. बेचने वाला बेचना ज्यादा जरूरी है. अगर बेचना आता है तो दुनिया में बनाना इतना मुश्किल नहीं है. इंटेंट होना चाहिए और मार्केट कैसे करना वो पता होना चाहिए.
Barabar. Perfectly said, Ji. Perfectly. It is always the best selling author that sells, not the best writing author, folks. Again, Robert Kiyosaki here taking his quote. So coming back to this point, Sergi, what are the options available for these non-technical and non-research professionals, according to you? Where can they fit in the ecosystem you are making?
So see, I think this is very subjective, and it depends on. See, you cannot just jump into any domain where you do not understand the market. If you understand the customer well in a sector, you really understand the customer and their pain point. You are related to them. You can talk to them easily, and you can acquire them easily or convince them easily. I would say that is where these non-technical people should start. That's the domain where they should enter and see what kind of products or what kind of solutions they are still craving for or they are not happy with. And maybe then you can find an ecosystem like Piva, where you can probably tell that, hey, my customer is having this kind of equipment or solution, but they're not very happy. And I think I can solve the problem. They have given these ideas or these pain points. And can you help me develop a product around it? Can you at least give me what kind of products are available in globally? Technologies or products are available globally. I just want to understand. And if I validate it with my customer base that yes, they are looking for something like this, can you help me developing that product, please? Yes, that's how they can start. Customer, first think about customer and their problem. When you're comfortable with the problem and you are understanding your customer well, trust me, people like us will be very, very happy to help you in building that product.
Okay. Got it, Ji. Got it. Amazing. Perfectly said. And here again, probing into this because the major chunk here, because we have researchers, but the amount is small. More of technical, non-technical people and non-research people are there. So an example, immediate. So you're a startup. So do you have anything for these people? Is there any way for them to, say an example, contribute or participate in your ecosystem, be it professionally, be it freelance, anything in that way?
Yes, why not? So see, Piva में बहुत सारे stakeholders हैं. One of the stakeholder is innovation catalyst. So catalyst does not need to be an innovator or Einstein all the time. They can be a catalyst. They speed up the process. So I'll give you a small example. A catalyst can be a person, for example, he can be a trademark agent, because every product when you launch to protect a trademark. How will you do it without having somebody who understands this domain? So this is where a catalyst can be a trademark agent. A catalyst can be a person who is very good with design. So CAD, CAM, etc. He is very good with design. There are a lot of people who want CAD, CAM people. And there are catalysts who are non-technical. For example, people want some regulatory approval. In medical devices, regulatory process is very, very
Definitely,
process.
definitely,
A lot of ISO certification, CE marks, a lot of things are there.
definitely,
There are
definitely.
people who are very well aware of these things, regulatory
Got
side
it,
of it. They're not
got it,
technical, they're not the engineers or the designers or the R&D
got it,
scientists,
got it,
but they
got it.
understand the regulatory side of it. They can come onto the picture. So this is
Superb.
where we'll be more than happy to invite anybody who is willing to be part as a catalyst. And there are knowledge partners also who are very good and having very deep knowledge in some domains. So, for example, somebody is very good with carbon nanoparticles
Oh,
or carbon
okay,
fiber.
okay, okay, okay.
We'll be more than happy to partner with those guys. Or there are surgeons, neurosurgeons who understand where are the unmet needs. We will be more than
Okay.
happy to partner with those neurosurgeons also. So this is
Superb.
where these can also participate.
Superb, superb, superb. Amazing, Sergey. Amazing. And folks, I would like to add in a point here before we move on to our next topic. So, with regards to this, what I would suggest is, so we help you here, we help entrepreneurs, we help people in innovation. So please check out bushram.com. Pretty soon I'm going to launch a couple of our innovation projects which we are working on. We help people in innovation consultancy, in inventions and stuff like that. So there are multiple aspects to this. So just like Anshu perfectly mentioned, we have to sell, we have to market. So some entrepreneurs will come and say, boss, I have this idea, see here, this is a prototype I have made. Can we say an example launch a Kickstarter campaign? Can we say an example launch a Indiegogo campaign? So in these places we need videos of that prototype being used. We need a script writer to who can script that play or script that video. We need images made, we need content written, and as Anshuji mentioned, if it is related to medical or if it is a technical one like carbon nanoparticle related products, we need a person, a content writer who's both. Because even in the industry like IP, right, you need both. You need technical as well as you need knowledge. Sorry, you need law. So these two sectors has to be combined. So there are plenty of opportunities. Stay in touch. Bhushanam.com, stay in touch with me, Anshuji, Bots and Brains. So let us all get connected because this is what will help us make our nation proud. Let us stand up India. Let us fight. Let us fight with innovation. Let us invent our way out. Okay. So finally coming to our yeah.
Deepak, I think when you are saying this, I can assure
Uh-huh.
you, I don't know whether the live audience or maybe later,
Uh-huh.
people will be viewing this video. They may be
Uh-huh.
calling you or even me little emotionally biased people. Okay, so reason is they may not have understood the facts in depth. I would like
Uh-huh.
to strengthen your statement. Okay, सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन ये आता है, अरे यार रहने दो, इंडिया में इनोवेशन जहाँ पे बच्चों का प्लेसमेंट नहीं हो पा रहा है ठीक से, आप वहाँ पे
बराबर
इनोवेशन की बातें कर रहे हो, जहाँ पे आपने
बराबर
खुद बोला कि 156 रिसर्चर्स पर मिलियन है, वहाँ पे आप इनोवेशन की बात कर रहे हो, कितना ग्रांट
बराबर
मिलता है, कितना स्टाइपेंड मिलते हैं यहाँ पे पीएचडी के बंदों को, 40,000 50,000,
बराबर
can you compete with $3,000 जो आपको
ट्रू
यूएस में
ट्रू ट्रू
मिलता है?
ट्रू
क्या
गॉट इट
innovation की बात कर रहे हो? Why should a researcher stay in India, etc.? So
ट्रू
for all those doubters and non-believers, let me present a very small study that we did. Okay, we talked to while developing this entire ecosystem, we talked to lot of innovation leaders. Okay, who are
Uh-huh.
leading innovation, and we have few advisors also on board. So when we started seeing that यार ज्यादातर क्या होता है कि R&D headquarters जो होते हैं ना, वो
बराबर
उस जगह पे होते हैं जहाँ की वो कंपनी होती है. So the country of
ओके
origin actually has the R&D headquarters. All the
ओके
quality
ओके
R&D works are happening there, and all the low sophisticated, less
Uh-huh.
sophisticated works are outsourced to the Indian R&D
Got
center.
it, got it, got it, got it.
It's a myth. It's not a fact. So we have analyzed the patents coming
Uh-huh.
out of their counterpart in US, as
Uh-huh.
well as very similar technology patents coming out from India, as well as their
Uh-huh.
counterparts. There are,
Okay,
for example, Samsung in India R&D center,
got it.
or
Hmm.
when you see the forward citations, this is one of the ways of looking at the quality of a patent. Okay, so
Okay,
how many times another inventor has cited your invention? That means
okay,
how many
okay.
people are building on your invention. Okay,
Got it, got
and
it,
you
got
will
it.
see a very similar kind of citations, forward citations for Indian originated invention for that MNC, as well as their headquarters originated inventions for that MNC. So quality of invention, if you see, I don't think it's bad at India. yes, we because of the less resources, less grant, less R&D spent in India, we spent hardly 0.7% of our GDP in India in R&D.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Whereas when we compete with China and USA, we are talking about more than 2% of their GDP spent.
Okay, okay,
It's
okay.
like, the GDP value is
Got it.
huge. It's more than 10 trillion. So
Got it.
इसराइल, जिसका हम सबको बोलते रहते हैं यार, इजराइल बड़ी इनोवेटिव कंट्री यार, 4.1% जीडीपी का खर्चा करती है आर&डी पे अपना.
Okay,
So
okay,
that's why
okay.
these guys are so quick in getting solutions and their ecosystem is so mature. Why
Got
we
it.
are not spending more money? Ideally, India should be spending 2% of their GDP on R&D side of it.
True,
But
true, true.
it's not there. Government नहीं कर पा रही, उतने पैसे नहीं खर्च कर पा रहे. Government के grants हैं काफी सारे हैं, but वो नहीं कर पा रहे. So they are requesting private companies to spend on this part. So
Okay,
this
okay,
is
okay.
where this is what is lacking. The money is lacking in India. You bring
Uh-huh.
money in India, you bring high quality, high sophisticated research challenges in India, and I promise you, you will get solution faster and cheaper than anywhere in the world. I promise you
Superb,
that.
superb, superb.
उसके पीछे का रीजन समझते हैं दीपक फटाफट.
Uh-huh.
बिलियंस को बेचना दुनिया में सबसे डिफिकल्ट काम है.
Okay.
ठीक है, उसका रीजन क्या है? हम लोग को तीनों चीजें एक साथ चाहिए. हमें सस्ता भी चाहिए, हमें सुंदर भी चाहिए, हमें टिकटॉक भी चाहिए. So, in short, we want a technology which is cost effective or uh, reasonably cost like China. We want sasta. We
Uh-huh.
want sundar. We want a European kind of aesthetics and ergonomics in our product also.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And so यहाँ पे आप German technology and we want reliability like Japanese and
Okay, okay.
so अगर आप सच में इंडियन को बेचना चाहते हो तो you need to mix up Chinese technology with German and Japanese technology with European US technology for aesthetics. तब जाके
Got
इंडियन
it.
सेविंग्स होता है बेच खरीदने को. अभी
True.
अगर आपने इंडिया में बेच दिया ना कुछ, I assure you कि आप 4x 5x ज्यादा रेट पे आप इंडिया के बाहर बेच सकते हो उसी चीज.
True, 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 true,
This is
true.
one of the best asset tests that you can go through. And this is in our mind. This is where when you design things, you actually think SST all the time. So it's the Sundar
Definitely, definitely, definitely.
The third strength that we already have, I already told you that the quality of inventions coming out from Indian R&D Center of MNC and Bahar wala same hai, almost same hai.
True.
जो 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 रिक्वायरमेंट्स है, जो नीड है कस्टमर के, जो डिमांड है कस्टमर को, वो बहुत स्ट्रिंजेंट है इंडिया में बेचना. पैसा नहीं निकालते इंडियन यार, बहुत मुश्किल है इंडियन से पैसा निकालना. अगर आपने उसको बेचना शुरू कर दिया तो समझो दुनिया में सब पैसे निकालने को तैयार हो गए. So this is another asset test. And the third part is the inventors, the even who are not like very well educated, ठीक है, वो शायद ज्यादा ओपन माइंडेड होते हैं क्योंकि वो अभी भ्रष्ट नहीं हुए, वो अभी करप्ट नहीं हुए नॉलेज से. So they are very pure. they डीएनए उनका जो है ना, जुगाड़ वाला डीएनए, जो मैं उनको फ्रूगल बोलता हूं, फ्रूगल इनोवेटर्स हैं वो. And they are solving problems, mixing up 2 or 3 learnings from 2 or 3 different domains to really solve problem in their own local area. These
Amazing.
are the guys, and I think Professor Anil Gupta is very well known for all of
definitely
fast food innovators like Mitti Cool में जो मनसुख
बराबर
साहब की कहानी अभी वो बहुत बन गए because of these kind of exposure.
True.
So,
true.
ये कहते हैं हमारे पास क्वालिटी है, और जो लोग हमारे पे हंसने की कोशिश करेंगे अभी, उनको मैं बस ये बोलना चाहूंगा कि ठीक है, हम लोग शायद पूरी तरह से तैयार नहीं है अभी एज अ कंट्री. वी नीड दैट इकोसिस्टम. वी डोंट हैव दैट हब स्पोक मॉडल ऑफ इंफ्रा एटसेट्रा. वी विल build slowly, but start it now rather than questioning कि 10 साल तक की यार अभी बहुत मुश्किल है, नहीं होगा, क्यों रहे हैं यहाँ पे, हम यूएस भाग जाते हैं, क्या हो रहा है, देखो ना सब वापस तो भेजे जा रहे हैं ना, तो बनाओ ना यार यहाँ पे, बनाते हैं इसको.
Definitely amazing. So everyone, please HNIs, investors, VCs, whoever are there, plus also people who are well experienced, sales leaders out there with 15 years, 20 years of experience. Bhai sahab, you have climbed the ladder from the bottom. You have been in the street selling things, and now you are at a place wherein nation ke top de do, nation ke bottom de do, east west de do, you can sell. Boss, your expertise is needed because you know which product sells better. As Anshu sir said, Indians need all three, but you know how to sell without all those three also. Folks, we need you. You are the people who can immediately say which product will work, which product will not. Join us. Join us. Let us make a build. Let us build a very good innovation ecosystem wherein our nation will become an innovation hub. So feel free to reach out to me. And again, keeping in mind time. So Anshuji, our education system, that is where young and all our starting minds are molded. Our universities, our schools, our colleges, educational institutes, edtech, call it whatever. What would you have to say to them? Agar, if you have to become an innovation hub, what are your words for them?
So see, I think I am very passionate about this sector, by the way, the education sector. There are a lot of edtech startups, but I feel जो basic mindset है ना, जो basic fabric है education का, वो हमें change करना पड़ेगा थोड़ा सा. और उसके लिए जो हमारे एज ओल्ड टेक्निक आज भी यूज की जा रहे हैं इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस, मेडिकल कॉलेज में, आई थिंक वी नीड टू चेंज दोस टेक्निक्स. आई फील जो करंट जनरेशन है हमारी, उनको 4G चाहिए होता है. मैंने अपने टेड टॉक में भी बोला था 4G चाहिए होता है. दे दे give them some kind of entertainment when you want them to really do something in a creative way and more.
Okay.
Give them some kind of entertainment, which I call G, number one, gamification. Gamify it for even for adults, not only for kids and KG students. Gamify it for adults. Number two, give them glamour, because the social media validation today matters more than your dad's and your mom's or your girlfriend's validation today. So if you are getting 100, 200 likes on something, then you feel more proud and more motivated to do things rather than your dad and mom saying, "Beta, I'm proud of you, beta."
True.
I think this is the second G of this framework. The third G that is needed is definitely the GAN part of it, GAN or guidance, but don't overload the GAN. Give them little guidance. It's more of a coaching that they need. और वो गूगल से खोज के खुद ही निकाल लेते हैं. आजकल के बच्चे बड़े स्मार्ट हो रहे हैं. बराबर. उनको अगर आप सच में ये करके देते हो कि भाई तुम ज्ञान ले लो मेरे से, मैं तुमको पढ़ाता हूँ कि कैसे बनता है ये. अरे उनसे मत बताओ कि कैसे बनता है. आप उनको बोलो देखो बेटा ये बनाना है. आपको पता है बॉल पॉइंट पेन में जो बॉल लगता है ना, बॉल इंडिया में बनता नहीं है बाय द वे.
ओह माय गॉड. ओके.
ठीक है. अभी कैसे बनाना है, किसी ने सोचा. एक प्रोफेसर थे आईआईटी बॉम्बे में हमारे, उन्होंने हमें उस जमाने में ये प्रॉब्लम दिया था कि हाउ वुड यू मेक दिस बॉल, थिंक अबाउट. और हमने बहुत सारे आइडिया सोचे थे, बट ऑफ कोर्स मर जाती है चीजें. बट वी नीड टू एनकरेज दैट काइंड ऑफ क्रिएटिव थिंकिंग एंड प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग है, जो हम लोगों के लिए यहाँ पे गड़बड़ है. एंड लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट इज, जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, उनको आजकल ऑर्डर नहीं चाहिए, उनको मिशन चाहिए, उनको गोल. फोर्थ चीज गोल. If we somehow transform our education hubs or institution with these kind of frameworks where you are gamifying, you are glamorizing, you are giving them goals and you are giving them gyan, the needed gyan, तो 4G इंडिया में चलता है भाई, 3G 2G नहीं चलता.
True.
In the interest of time, Deepak, I think I'll just end this entire thing and we can take Q&A. I'm very sorry.
No worries. So folks, what I would suggest is, so sorry to interrupt you there, Anshu. So I also understand. So folks, we just have only 2 minutes left. Please feel free to add in all your questions in the comments. It is my promise that we will get back to you on that. I will get those answers and send it to you. Even otherwise, bhushranam.com is a place you can always approach anything related to invention, innovation, creativity. Feel free to shoot out at me. I will get it answered for you. Anshu is there to help you, and we are here. Remember the 4G. Have the 4G so that we can make better technologies out of 5G. Okay. Thanks. And good evening, everyone. Have a great day ahead. Thanks a lot, Anshu ji, again for joining us. Thanks for this.
Deepak, I think just to end this entire thing, I think एक छोटी सी कहानी सुना सकता हूँ क्या मैं, if you allow?
बिंदास सर जी, बिंदास.
2-3 मिनट और दूंगा, जिससे मैं इसको एंड करना चाहूंगा यार, ताकि कहानियां रह जाती हैं, बातें भूल जाते हैं लोग. So मैं एक कहानी सुना था. इसमें एक्चुअली एक पिता होता है जो मर जाता है, and he had 3 sons, and he left as an asset. जो होता है ना मरने के पहले जो उनको जायदाद मिलती है, उस जायदाद में पिता was not that rich, so उसने क्या किया, 17 camels, जो 17 ऊंट होते हैं ना, 17 कैमल बच्चों के लिए, 3 बच्चों के बीच में 17 कैमल. उसका विल उसने लॉक कर रखा था. बोला जब मैं मरूंगा तो मेरी चाबी, मैं तुमको एड्रेस बता के मरूंगा. उसने चाबी दिया, विल खोल दिया, विल पढ़ा गया, तो उसमें लिखा हुआ था कि यार मेरे जो सबसे बड़ा बेटा है ना, जो एल्डेस्ट सन है, he give half of the camel to my बड़ा बेटा. Middle son, he will get 1/3 of the camels. Okay. And the little one, the youngest one, will get 1/6 of the camel.
Okay.
Now they realize कि यार 17 camel है, half 1/3 कैसे, ये तो प्राइम नंबर कैसे करें, कैसे डिवाइड कैसे करें इसको. तो उन लोगों की आपस में होगी लड़ाई. मतलब पिताजी ने कुछ मिस्टेक कर दिया, कुछ तो गड़बड़ है यार, ऐसे नहीं हो तो लड़ाई होने लगी. तो किसी ने बोला भाई एक काम करो, वाइज मैन के पास एक जाओ, एक बड़े समझदार इंसान है, उनसे मिलो,
Okay.
वो बताएंगे तरीका क्या है। And I will tell you why I am talking about this story.
Got it.
The wise man actually said कि क्यों लड़ रहे हो भाई, बोला यार ऐसी बात हो गई है। तो he said कि एक काम करो, वहां पे एक कैमल रखा हुआ है मेरे दोस्त के पास, उसको वो लेके आ जाओ। तो वो लेके एक एक्स्ट्रा कैमल लेके आ गया। बोला एक काम करो, कितने कैमल हो गए टोटल मिला के? तो बोला 18 कैमल हो गए। तो ठीक है, चलो 18 का हाफ करो, बड़े बेटे को मिलना है, कितना हो गया? 9। तो उसने बड़े बेटे को 9 कैमल दे दिया।
बराबर।
फिर मिडिल वाला आया, बोलता सर मेरा, तो उसने बोला यार 18 को 1/3 कर ले, कितना होता है?
ओके
6 कैमल। तो उधर पे 6 कैमल चले गए, तो 9 + 6 15 कैमल्स चले गए। अच्छा, अभी उसने बोला तुमको कितना बोला था तुम्हारे पिताजी ने? उसने बोला सर मेरे को बोला 1/6। तो बोला अच्छा चलो ठीक है 1/6 कर लो उसका, 18 का 1/6 कितना होता है? 2। बोला 2 उसने दे दिया, 17 कैमल्स हो गए, एक बच्चा रह गया, उसने बोला इसको वापस कर आओ जाके।
Superb, perfect.
There is always a solution. There is
Okay.
always a solution. You just need to find that one common ground. I call it shared vision. If we can have that one common ground, which is the shared vision that we can really become innovation hub, and will has to be there, skill ban jayega. Will first, skill is later. We will create the skill. So let's find that common ground. Let's find that one camel that is missing in India. Start thinking that we can do it, and I promise you, by 2030, India will be GII top 10 country. I promise you.
Superb. Amazing story, Ji. Amazing story, and perfectly, folks, if this doesn't stay in your mind, nothing can stay and no one can teach you. Frankly speaking, I may be harsh there, but please stand up, India, Jugaad India. And we would like to end here by saying that India, please innovate your way out. And as Anshu rightly mentioned, let us find out that one thing which connects us all. That one thing can make our one nation amazing. Let us join together, folks. Let us join together. Let us make our nation proud again. Yeah. Thanks, Anshu.
Thank you so much, Deepak, for amazing interview. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Thanks everyone for joining.
Thank you everyone. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Good night. Bye.